This is Smithy.tv.
Well, welcome back to Smithy TV. This is the Mind Reels. I'm Tim. With me, as always, is Sue.
Hello.
We had a good weekend.
We sure did.
We were at
A
the Niagara Falls
weekend.
weekend. I like saying it that way. It's very British. A weekend. We were at the Niagara Falls Comic Con on Saturday. I did get to geek out a little because we got to meet Tom Savini. Which, if anybody knows who that is, good for you.
He's a legend.
He's a special effects legend. He was there from like Friday the 13th on, and he's just wow. So I had to geek out.
Rocks at everything unless Stephen King's on set,
Yes.
apparently.
So it was
From
a
what
huge
he
geek out
said.
moment for me. Sue had one too, though, because Lou Ferrigno asked if he could carry her.
It was a story.
But tonight we are joined by two more awesome members of the Seed cast. We've got Vanessa Matsui and Matt Baram.
Well, thank you so much for having us on together.
I know, it's nice.
Did you know that we would be on together?
Well, from the emails, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Surprise! There's no contracts being signed, yeah. But yeah, it's because I've said this to every other time we've had any Seed member on the show, is that I get very picky about my comedy. I mean, I don't have time to watch a lot of comedy television. I get very, very selective. I like my British comedies. I love Arrested Development, and I am hooked on Seed. Seed is like the only comedy I'm watching right now.
Wow.
And what do you think of Arrested Development?
I'm a little off on the new season. It was
Where are
kinda-
you?
Oh, I did the entire thing in one day.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I couldn't do it. I mean, also, I can't do it because my internet provider is slapping me with a big, broadband.
I hate that.
You need to change your setting.
I do?
Yeah, it just change
Oh, I know what
it
you're
down
talking about.
from HD, like put it in
Oh
the,
yeah, it's switched.
in the crappy.
The resolution or whatever.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference. Like cinematographers can probably tell the difference and
Right.
stuff, but
I'm watching it on a 13-inch screen.
exactly. That's why it doesn't really matter. So you just switch it down,
Yeah.
and then it's cheaper.
But I'm about 3 or 4
Okay.
in, and it's starting to get really
Yeah,
good.
it took me about the first 3 episodes to actually get back into it, and then once it starts rolling, there's a lot of fun
Yeah.
gags. But it's not as good as the first 3
Once
seasons.
David
Really?
Cross becomes more
Okay.
prominent in it, it gets really good.
Anytime Job shows up, I pretty much.
Oh,
lose it.
yeah, yeah.
Just because Will Arnett is hilarious.
Well, yeah, I mean, it takes a while, and I think that's how I kind of feel about Seed too. It took a while, and luckily, and I think through like a really great support of the network,
Oh man,
it's
yeah.
coming back to explore these characters even more. I think
Yeah.
there's so much more for Joseph and Mark to discover.
I think there's
Yeah.
huge potential.
No, I think it was when we had the 4 girls here. One of them said that the finale was everybody hit their stride as their character. Like everybody was like right in the moment and
Huh.
hit their height basically, and everybody just embodied their character perfectly in that episode.
Did you
I
feel
remember
that?
somebody saying that.
You know what's funny? They all like meld into one.
Right, yeah.
For me, it's hard for
Wow.
me to pick out when. I mean, I remember
The finale.
the finale.
Well, we were
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah,
at
in
the
the hospital. Wait, there's a baby.
Spoiler. We should have started with the finale. You know how sometimes a producing
But we
team
have
will
to
start
grow
with the
with
third
it.
or fourth
Yeah,
to
and
shoot
then-
that first,
and then go back
and
and
then
shoot.
go back and shoot the pilot. But they should just shoot it backwards.
Right. That.
Rose slowly gets less pregnant. But we do always like to start our chats by finding out a little bit more about you guys. Your favorite movie of all time. All right.
Look at you go.
Kristen Wiig is
together.
amazing.
She is.
Yeah.
I also really love Clueless. That's
Amazing.
Some of my favorite movies, guys.
Wow. I mean,
for you.
You watch movies like I watch movies.
Yeah. I like
I
comedy.
agree. Those are all really, really great movies.
Mhm.
I would agree with you. Annie Hall is
I
one of my
know,
all-time.
such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and I love Manhattan too. It's.
Yeah,
I would have to just pick Woody Allen as a
Wow.
totally.
and even I'll watch a not so polished Woody Allen movie over. I'll watch Rome over anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
but I mean, there's some good parts about it. I like. Okay, to go really old, It Happened One Night.
Ooh,
It's,
yeah.
great movie with all five major Academy
So,
Awards.
yeah.
It was, and I'll rewatch that every once in a while.
I think Silence of the Lambs did too. That was one of my
Oh,
favorites.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It is a great.
Well, it did. It's rare for a
it's-
movie to
no.
take all five.
That's true.
Yeah.
you know?
It did.
But I believe it did, yeah.
Jaws could have done that. I'm just saying.
I had
Which
my
is
whole
actually the
university
right
dorm
answer to
up
the
watching
question.
it.
Jaws.
That's
Jaws
the
is the
right
right
answer.
We watched it at the Lightbox Theater.
I was there.
Were you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I see it every time it's projected because I mean I own it on DVD, I own it on Blu-ray, but yeah, every time it's on a big screen, I will watch it on the big screen.
Noticed more of the yellow. People say that you got to watch for the color yellow. Spielberg kept confusing it as a color that makes you feel fear. But there was also a bunch of things to look for, and I was like, oh, this is like a drinking game.
Yeah.
Totally is.
Yeah.
I love that
It's a
movie.
great movie.
Love it.
Mm.
But you guys are both Canadians. You're from Calgary.
Well, actually, I'm from Edmonton, but I have worked in Calgary, and I love Calgary. Not every Edmontonian feels the same way. I do. I like it a lot. No, I'm from out west, and I moved here to Toronto about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and I just moved my 80-year-old father from Edmonton,
Wow.
and it's his birthday soon.
That's
Wicked.
In a
exciting.
week, yeah.
What are you doing?
Taking him to a Jays game.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I hope they win.
Yeah.
It's always more fun when they win, but yeah.
Yeah.
At the
it's-
end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
The chances aren't great this season, but they're playing the Rockies, and we got a family box.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Oh
You know
wow.
what I mean? So there's gonna be
Yeah, screw the
ballpark
game.
fans.
It'll just be
Yeah.
fun to,
Yeah, we won't know
Oh
about the game.
man. That's
You
what they
know,
got television for.
I thought you were gonna say that you were taking your dad to medieval times. I was about
We
to.
were gonna do that.
Really?
Oh,
That's how I felt.
you know what?
when
He
you
would
were
have
about
liked
to
that
say
more.
That. I thought you were gonna say
I bet you he would have liked it more. Just a big gruel pot.
Yeah,
and
and
tape
eating
on
stuff with
that.
your hands
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ale and grog and wenches and
Yeah.
The wenches, I think he would have appreciated.
wenches are key. I'm a huge fan of a bar wench. I really am.
We brought the wenches to the ball game.
That's fine. Perfect.
That's awesome. And you, of course, are Torontonian, born and bred.
I am. Yeah. Yeah.
How's that? Well, obviously we know how that happens. And then you went to Concordia and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I left town. I left Toronto when I was 18, and then moved to Montreal, and didn't leave.
So that was what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Everybody always looks so young on our show. It's kind of depressing.
I came to Toronto for a girl.
Oh, did you?
Oh, man.
But she moved to Montreal.
Yeah. That happens often.
Immediately.
Yeah.
On my drive.
I'm out of here.
I drove someone's car for them, and on my drive took 3
You got a
days.
pastor?
She had made the decision to move from Toronto to Montreal because she was a dancer.
Oh yeah,
She
it's a
still
huge
is.
dance city. Yeah.
And you
Oh,
gotta do
man.
that when you're young.
It's true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I totally understood. I just
Yeah.
I couldn't follow her.
Mm.
You missed out, Matt.
But did I?
You're not a dancer.
Yeah.
You're in Montreal. I don't know this girl, but I mean, it's
On
you know,
Montreal,
yeah, I love Montreal.
Me too.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. You never move across country for a girl.
Oh,
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
no.
I'd left the country for a girl.
See?
Ah.
So, yeah, you never,
Here I am.
Never do that.
Where are you from? Are you married?
From Ontario,
Oh,
small
okay.
town Ontario.
Bonnie's a yank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Nice. Seattle.
Did you move here for a guy?
No.
No, I sure didn't.
No, but yes, yeah, I'd never do that again. Bad choice. Bad choices, but you learn from them. And then we were going through your stuff today, your IMDb pages.
Okay.
And you were in 13 The Conspiracy, the original miniseries.
Yes.
So you were in 13 the series.
I was, yeah.
Oh, really?
Did you guys know this about yourselves?
I didn't.
Well,
Because you played a coroner.
I did. I play. I think I played a coroner 3 or 4 times.
It looked like it.
Covert Affairs.
Yeah.
Reporter. And 13. I just look like
You
a
look
guy
like, yeah.
who would be in that area, like sort of like techie geeky guy.
Right.
Techie geeky with bodies.
Yeah, with,
You know.
Yeah, coroner's pretty specific.
yeah, it is.
So
Thank
funny.
you.
Profiling.
I play hookers a lot. So, you know.
Yeah.
Bar wench.
Yeah.
Were you one of the bodies? Would we have crossed paths?
No, no, I've never been a body. Oh, I died in King, this Canadian TV show,
Okay.
Yeah.
and so I had to be a dead body. It was actually really hard. It was,
Yeah.
but I mean, I didn't. Yeah, not at the corner. Like I was like dead in a car. Yeah, but that's my dead body experience.
Yeah, I mean that was a while ago. That was the French is it a graphic novel or a novella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was turned into the
Yeah.
miniseries, in which then became. Is that the same?
It's the same thing?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And did they figure it out in the end?
I don't know. I remember playing the video game, but I think that was just a completely different thing as well. Again.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Figure what out?
Isn't it like a murder
It's
mystery?
a big, huge conspiracy thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I have to track it down.
Well, by the
Yeah.
time this airs, we'll have figured it out.
We will.
Yeah.
Wikipedia is our friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did like Covert Affairs, and you
There's a
did
couple
Covert.
things on
You did
my
a Covert
IMDb
Affairs
that
too.
aren't real though.
I've done a couple.
You
Covert
did?
Yeah.
Affairs, yeah.
Like
No. Yes, Covert Affairs. I've done a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I've done a couple episodes.
Were you a hooker?
No, I'm an assistant.
Assistant hooker.
Assistant to Jay or Jai, whose character has now been killed off, or he's gone. He's off the series.
What kind of assistant were you?
Yeah, very good one.
Didn't take the bullet.
Didn't look after him
Yeah.
very well, so I didn't have a job after.
So sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
I'm sorry for
And
your
you're
loss.
done. But you also got to be on one of our favorite little sci-fi shows. Well, 2 of our favorite little sci-fi shows. We were on Lost Girl
Yeah.
and Haven.
No,
What do you mean,
that's
no?
wrong.
Is that wrong?
That is this thing. It's so weird because
Did we talk about this?
I think-
I feel like we have.
And you know, this year I it was exciting. I had a call back for the new girl on Haven, and it came up with my manager in LA and stuff.
Yeah,
and
because it has you as other Audrey. And I was
I'm
like, she's not
not.
the other Audrey.
I know, and I have
all.
asked IMDb, and my agents have asked IMDb
Wow.
several times to take it off, and it just won't go down. I don't understand. Maybe they will now. After.
Yeah,
I've
fix that
never been on
IMDb.
Haven.
She's not the other
You
Audrey.
need to be on
I
Haven.
would love to be on Haven. That
I was like, was there an
really-
episode where there were more Audreys that I forgot about? But
Yeah, no, I actually do really like that show, and a lot
gorgeous
of our
show.
crew works on
Yeah,
that show.
well, I
so
mean,
it'd
you
be
guys would
really
have to be really
cool.
close because you
Shoots
guys shoot in
outside
Halifax, and
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, I was not on that. That's false.
Yet.
False information.
Yes, yeah. But I was on Lost Girl, and I
Yeah,
did
you
a really
were.
fun part on that, and I
And
had
of
a
course, you
great
didn't die, of course, which means there's always the possibility.
time. Yeah.
Let's start that ball rolling. Emily.
We've got a coroner who can.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You could
yeah.
be a fake coroner. It could happen.
Yeah.
You know, the storyline writes itself on Haven for a coroner who reanimates bodies. You just because don't
Dude.
have
Writes itself.
they haven't finished their lives. They have one more thing they have to accomplish, and then I don't know what the rest of it. The 4th act writes itself.
It's fine.
That's for Audrey to figure out.
And then how did you guys get? No, I'm assuming it was just your basic kind of went in for the auditions for Seed and kind of just
Yes.
kind of clicked. And Laura was telling a story how the 2 of you met up in an airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the way that this happened for me was quite complicated. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I pitched a show to Rogers called Seeds
This is a good
in
story.
the same season. So
Right.
they were looking for a half-hour comedy, and they had already gotten their single camera in their mind, but they obviously weren't able to share that information yet. And when I pitched Seeds, which is about a modern family on a farm, they were like shocked, but they didn't, they weren't able to communicate why. But they said, you were in the mix, and I guess in their minds they were thinking title change.
Mm-hmm.
But they are very urban focused on the network. If you take a look at that makes a lot of sense for us. But so we were waiting around for a while. They finally released the names of the shows. I read it in playback, and I saw Seed picked up for 13 episodes. Originally, I thought, yes,
done.
I spelt it wrong, but okay. And then I read this.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
I read the synopsis briefly, and it was very different, obviously, about a sperm donor. And I
There's
thought,
no farm.
Well, it's a much better idea than mine. Mine was basically Funny Farm without Chevy Chase. And their show is obviously a much more polished idea, had much more legs, obviously. And then I auditioned for their other show that they bought called Package Deal. And they flew me to LA. We did a test, and it just wasn't going to work out. In fact, it was one of those situations where at the end of my first round of auditions, Harlan Williams is there and everything, and I leave the audition room. The casting director comes out and says, "Okay, the following people can go home." Matt Baran, not even close to my name. And then I was like, okay, but now I'm in LA without a car because they drove me down here.
No.
How do I even get to my hotel? And it was the worst. And the next 2 weeks were Seed auditions came up, and they because they took so much time, they really wanted to find the right fit for these characters, and it worked out, and I ended up getting the other Seed. So that
Which
it's
is
convoluted.
Convoluted, but it's a good story.
It worked out. I think.
It's awesome.
Worked out great.
And then, then of course, I lost the job. They recast me. There's another Jonathan playing me in season 2. But up until then, it's a great story.
It's perfect.
It's not true.
It's lost.
No. Well, and of course, you guys are coming back for season 2, which is amazing.
Yes.
So happy.
Yeah.
And I think Sue knows this because I've talked about it before, is that I still have all the episodes on my computer. There's all 14 of them are
Can
still
I
there.
grab them for my reel?
Done. And because usually I'll watch something and just get rid of it off the computer to save space, but I'm like, no, I'm keeping these till the DVDs or Blu-rays come along.
This isn't pornography.
No. Well, I've got a whole nother file for that. That's fine. They don't
It's
get
on an
mixed
external
up.
drive.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've got one of those bracelets at home that says, "Please erase my hard drive first." And, I have a porn buddy, so yeah.
That's good.
That's not true.
A porn buddy.
Yeah, who will
But
come
you've
into your
researched
apartment
this far more
afterwards
than I
and,
have.
and get rid of anything that will incriminate you after you're dead.
gosh,
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
a great
important.
idea.
I've been counting on the cats for that.
It's not gonna happen. Now, Vanessa, how did you the same kind of story for you for getting involved, or less convoluted?
Pitch a show to City TV. No, I originally auditioned for Rose. And felt great about my audition for Rose. So I was like, oh, yeah, I feel really good about that. And then I think I went, and then I think Irene was originally a man, actually. It was originally written as a dude. So I don't know if they were auditioning guys to play my part, or Irene was an older woman. Anyways, I
think
wasn't.
it was a dude, yeah.
It was originally a guy.
Still named Irene.
Yeah. So anyway, my original audition was for Rose, and then felt like that went great. I guess maybe not. It didn't. Then they called me in for Irene, and then did that, and then I was in Montreal, and I got a call back for Irene, and so I taped my callback, I think, and then got the screen test, and then got the part.
Who did you screen test with?
With Corson, that.
Who's he on the show?
Who's that guy? Yeah.
I only tested with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, and then yeah.
I like the dynamic of having Harry with a female boss.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. I think it's really cool, and I remember even originally reading the part of Irene, and I really liked it because it is really different. I think she's the only woman on the show that doesn't have a kid, doesn't want kids, doesn't want marriage, doesn't want any of these things. And
it's not romantically involved with him in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's not often that women are written that way. And then when I found out, and it was Mark Farrell's idea to turn him into a her, and I really appreciate that idea. I feel like when things like that happen, because it's not necessarily this stereotypical woman. It's someone that I can really.
And Harry's bullshit does not work on her
No.
at all.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
already seen it all. She's like over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, get back to work.
Yeah, so I love playing Irene. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think everybody is probably perfectly cast for that show. I mean, everybody fits their roles so well that even now, because we played the game to say who would you play if you weren't playing yourself,
yeah, that's right.
and you just can't see anybody else playing anybody else now. I mean, you guys are those characters.
That is
good to
great.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, when the show first started and I got the job, and I think the first thing I think of after I get a job is, oh no, they've made a huge mistake. I always have this.
Totally.
Well, at first it's like, are you crazy? I'm the guy, and then immediately it's like, wait a minute, you're crazy. And then I thought, okay, I'm Laura DeCarteret is this amazing actor who I play opposite to, and I kind of feel like. I learn a lot from her on set, and she's such a pro. It was odd. It was an odd thing at first to think that we were a married couple.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and as we went along, it didn't take long for us to have that dynamic on and off camera.
Wicked.
And so we were very fortunate with that. I mean, we never slept together, but what makes us a great married couple. So it really was. It's easy with her and everybody to scenes with.
Yeah.
We have to do more stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a scene with you.
We did one where I was at the bar and there was a lot of talk about Anastasia
so
telling
much
people
fun.
about the fact that we used to sperm donor.
Yeah.
And
I think it was only interjecting. It was more of a scene with Harry, and then I'm like.
Here's how it is.
Yeah.
The more of that, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, Jonathan just needs to hit the bar more often, really.
Right. Yeah.
Just start becoming more of a regular.
Yeah, that's a funny episode.
It would be pretty fun.
Jonathan becomes.
Really are coming here a lot.
Yeah.
Kate Hewlett, get on that.
Yeah, Hewlett's joining us.
Oh,
Yeah.
So happy to have heard that because Kate's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very happy to hear too.
Because fantastic writer and she's a sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's coming back on our show too.
Is she?
Because she
good.
loves us.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't?
If she
We've
wasn't
been trying to get our
engaged-
schedules to get together for like a year, I think, but
She is
we'll
engaged.
get there.
Yeah. I know. I
Exciting.
crossed that one off. One more, Tim. Anyway. Oh well. Oh well.
Well, your porn collection's safe for another
That's
day.
right. It's safe for another day.
Always look on the bright side.
Exactly.
Now, both of you have projects, of course, outside of Seed. You've got the National Theatre of the World.
You did it.
Say.
We just finished a run at Soul Pepper. We're a company in residence there this year. And I'm co-hosting the Dora Mavor Moore Awards
Wow.
Oh, cool.
this year, which celebrate the outstanding achievement in theater, opera, and dance in Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Which I
we're
think is
writing that.
So cool.
Yeah.
I have a National Theatre of the World story.
You
Do
do?
you?
Yeah, you don't know about this.
Okay.
Corson knows about this. This is my first special. So, okay, when I first moved back to
This
Toronto.
is turning into like a hairy rivalry
after,
again.
yes, I had just moved back to Toronto after living in Montreal for like over a decade. And my friend, I do a lot of improv too. I was with this company called The Bitter End, and we would do long form improv.
Yep.
And my friend Dan Byrne was like, "You gotta check out National Theatre of the World. They're so good, Vanessa. They're like the best. They do kind of stuff we do." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll check them out." And so we went to their show, and I thought you were really cute, Matt. And then yeah, totally, I was really crushing. And then they were like, yeah, he's married to Naomi or dating the girl, and she's an incredible improviser as well.
Naomi
anyway,
Smith.
it was like.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know,
So then when I found out you got cast in this, I was like, Matt Baram, this is so exciting.
why on earth would you not have told me that?
I
earlier
met you
when I could've-
after the show, and you had like cute glasses on, and I was like, oh, hi, I really like the show, and I did this thing. And I don't even think you probably remember. You guys were wearing really formal wear. It was at Bread and Circus.
We were doing the Carnegie Hall show.
It was, yeah, with Kyla. With
Kayla Lorette.
Kayla, yeah.
Firecracker.
Yeah, who's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my national theater roast, right?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Thanks for that. And then you guys have one coming up. It's called the Scripties, or
So- over.
Yeah, I mean, we
Okay.
just finished. We had 7 playwrights pen the first 2 pages of a new play,
Mhm.
and we read them cold in front of an audience, and we improvise the rest right
Sounds
there.
awesome.
And we had
They're
some great
they're
names.
amazing, yeah.
Oh well, we had great playwrights. We had Judith Thompson. We had Richard Greenblatt, Jason Sherman. We had Rick Mercer wrote 2 pages, and so did Louis Black
So
from
cool.
The Daily Show. They all went really well, and we got. I mean, there was. Some of them were more introspective than others. We are saying we're improvising a
Yeah.
play, so it's not a laugh a minute. But well, actually, the timing of the laugh should be faster than a minute. I mean, we want that in a second. I don't know. And that's too many. I'm gonna hurt myself in an hour. But we try to spread it out, and we try to play moments that with heart and give people a bit of a variety. And so that begins our 3-year residency there. Wow. And we really want to bridge the gap between theater and improvisation. And that's our whole mandate. And this is really a great step. Being involved with Soul Pepper and Naomi and I hosting the Doras is another big, huge thing for us, and we're excited.
That's
It's a daunting task because there are 48 awards to give out. Many of them technical awards.
That's a long show.
And a lot of award ceremonies will leave those out. But this is a very inclusive community.
Oh, nice.
And the Opera Awards and Dance Awards are also on the same night. Wow. And it's at the St. Lawrence Center, which is a very, very large venue. And it's easy to get, bored, distracted. So, and the Tonys just came out with that amazing opening number
Yeah.
that
bar.
stopped the show right at the beginning. Pretty high bar.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of weird, odd synchronicity that happened in that our whole theme of the Doors is more is more. Dora Mavor Moore
Yeah.
is more because we've added more awards.
Yeah.
Bigger. Then Neil Patrick Harris comes out with the song "It's Bigger." The whole thing is bigger, and I think, how do you follow the Neil Patrick Harris and
You can
these
do
rock
it.
cats?
You two can do it. It's going to be great.
I mean, they had every Broadway show backing him up. He jumped through a hoop. He was like on fire. He hung off a big gong at the end of it.
Yeah.
We have
You have your work cut out for you.
it's the two
War
of us.
horse. Maybe a puppet.
Yes,
Puppet.
that but War Horse is the 2011-2012.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So we have the Wizard of Oz. We have Toto.
Okay.
We can throw Toto in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how that
We
goes.
have Priestley is doing a show, or is that
Yeah.
2013?
No, that was the Mammoth play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was earlier
Race.
this
Race.
year.
Yeah. We could throw Jason Priestley.
Priestley,
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent,
Come on,
right?
that's good. We're fine.
Yeah, you guys
Done.
are gonna be more than fun.
Done.
See if Priestley will jump through a hoop or something.
I
Totally
wonder if
would.
we would.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we may have Gian Gomeshi join us.
Oh,
We could.
fancy.
Tom Allison, Sharon Matthews, Louise Petra.
Oh, nice.
Although, is that all a surprise? No one. But it's gonna be and we're gonna celebrate. See, we're not trying to sell tickets to theater.
No, you're just,
We're just giving out awards.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Tonys are trying to sell Broadway.
they want to get you to the show.
Yeah, that's why they're spending millions of dollars.
Very cool.
I make equity minimum on it, I think.
And then you gave me your card when we met,
Oh yeah, I did.
and I did hit that website,
Oh, cool. Thank you.
and I was like, huh. Because I didn't listen to any of the testimonials because I wasn't quite sure if I should.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you've got this website called crankytown.ca.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been my labor of love for some time now, and it's an interactive website all about getting your period, and then now we have an offshoot which is called Cranky Fest, which is an online film festival all about menstruation, and we announced the winner a couple months ago, and it's this really beautiful film called First by Dora Maxwell, which you should totally check it out. It's on our YouTube channel, and we're so excited and proud of her, and it's great. You know, we have some incredible people who have given us, like our friend Jessica Pare, who's on Mad Men. She gave us her first period story, and Jay Baruchel just contacted us, and so we're planning to make a film about his first period story, and Ryan Cartwright from Alphas and Feist, and Emma Thompson wrote original poetry for us. So yeah, it's this really cool thing to work on, and you know, we raise awareness and money. You know, like I guess our bigger mandate, like what you were saying, your bigger mandate with National Theatre of the World, is that we really believe that if you empower girls and women about their bodies, I think that will lead to more empowerment in the greater world, and you know, to not have periods be disgusting and have people stick their nose up at it, to be this like totally normal thing that 51% of the population experiences. And,
I mean, I'm speaking on this, but I do feel like it must be a cripple. It can be for a girl. Like, guys have to deal with so much already, and to feel like they fit in, or and there was so much holding me back, and just my own personal fears about myself and my body. But then add to that the fact that I'm bleeding too, and that this process is happening inside of me. I mean, that would have been a traumatic thing, especially as a boy.
I think also just because it is such a taboo subject, and that you're not allowed to talk about it, and that, you know, and also even there's also a whole other issue of, you know, I mean, poverty, whether it's in Toronto or in the world, that there are people that can't afford these products, and that is
ridiculously priced.
That are ridiculously priced and taxed, which in itself they're pads and tampons are taxed in Canada and Australia.
Wait, that's a luxury item?
Exactly. which is sexist. I mean, that's a sexist statement. That's like saying it, and so there's the whole argument too that, you know, if this happened to men, there's no way that pads and tampons would be taxed, because that would be implying that it is a luxury item. So anyway, we work with this really cool charity called Huru International, and for $25 you can donate a period kit to girls in Nairobi, and it's all like women within the community make the sustainable pads, and it's got this really cool booklet in it that's about how to set goals and avoid getting AIDS. And anyway, we love Huru, and and also what's so cool about Huru too is they I think have a 99% success rate, meaning that the number one reason why these girls in this community weren't going to school 7 days roughly a month were because they were getting their period and couldn't afford products. And so once they have access to this very simple thing, they go to school. Yeah. And as you can imagine, that changes everything. If you're missing, you know, 4 to 7 days of school each month, you're not going to college. Like, that's significant. So, talk about
I remember wanting to play, like, the Bible card, because I'm like, the Bible says you're unclean and you should just stay in. I would love to stay home. Right. I think that should be law.
Right. Wow.
But I never played that card.
I had no idea. Because now I honestly, I didn't know if the website was positioned for someone like me to even listen to it.
Well, no, and I think that's something that we always want to talk about too, is that, and that's also part of Cranky Fest, when people are talking about it, it's like, well, no, anybody can make a film about periods, because I think if you're a man or you're a woman, your life has been affected by menstruation, and people are like, Jay Baruchel has a first period story. But at the same time, if you're a man, like, at some point in your life, you have lived with a woman, and women menstruate. So yeah, there's there's a lot of information on that website.
That's wild. That's very cool.
Yeah. So that's what I do
All right.
when I'm not acting.
No, I will actually go back and listen
Yeah,
to
please
some of the
do,
stories. Yeah,
yeah.
because that sounds
Yeah.
There's crankytown.ca, right?
.ca.
It's crankytown.ca or crankyfest.com, and we have a YouTube channel that you can watch like all our videos. We call it documentary puppetry. So we record
There's puppets.
first period stories and then make them puppets.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, to make it fun. I mean, we're still cool. Like we're
Yeah.
cool and funny. It's not. We don't want to be like.
Science.
It's not science class, health
yeah,
class.
exactly.
Have
Yeah.
you seen any of the bitchy resting face stuff?
No, what's that?
It's
Apparently, Bunny has.
it's
I
pretty
want to
good.
see this.
It's a condition called bitchy resting face. It's a YouTube kind of thing that's happening.
Okay.
And it's basically done like a PSA. You too can. You need to understand what bitchy resting face is. Learn more. A lot of people that give you that weird bitchy face is just a condition that women and some men can't. It's asshole face for them.
Right.
But they can't help it. It's just they're not really a bitch. They have bitchy resting face. That's how they are when they're just
Right.
so it's interesting. I don't know if there's a tie-in with Cranky Town. But there might be something
Right.
there for them because I
Right,
think
right.
they would. Yeah. But also, we should do something.
Like improvise?
Have a benefit or a fundraiser.
I would love to do that. Well, my two co-creators, Leanne Balaban and Jenna Wright, very talented women as well. We all met at improv in Montreal
wow.
Very
at Theatre
nice.
St. Catherine. And so humor has always been a big mandate of Cranky Town and Cranky Fest. This is a great idea. Yes, like an improv.
I'm just trying to
thing.
think right now what but it really can be anything, and because we do this thing, this is going to sound like a plug, but we do a thing every last Wednesday of every month, but we can make one of those things an awareness
love
raising
that.
thing.
Yeah.
And we would love to connect ourselves with something.
That's
like
so
that.
cool.
Yeah, cool.
Let's
Boom.
do it.
Look what we did. We were here for that. We were right here.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
Wicked. And of course, you guys are heading back out to Halifax in, I want to say, late August?
Yeah, I think it might be close. Yeah, you might be right. August, September, and we're gonna shoot another 13 episodes.
So, and then you guys do that.
Hayden's shooting right now, so
Yeah,
keep
so I'm
your ear to the
available.
ground.
Totally available to it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now you guys shoot you shoot them in blocks, right? So there's so
Blocks
you can
of
shoot them
two.
out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think if they could, they would shoot it all blocked. But it gets to be a bit crazy with people's schedules, with director schedules,
Yeah.
and so forth. But yeah, blocks. And also location. We have to turn around things in the studio.
Oh, that's right.
So we shoot, in our apartment one day, and we
Yeah.
shoot in the ladies' apartment the other, and the bar.
Yeah.
Poorhouse, best name for a bar ever.
I know, it's funny. It
Yeah.
exists.
Oh, we're totally
In
going.
Toronto.
Get out of
Yeah.
town.
In Toronto?
We had our opening party at the Poorhouse.
Do they have T-shirts and stuff?
I don't know.
They should, because I would buy
I
one.
know. It should be the seed swag. More.
Heat
Yeah.
swag.
Yeah.
There's
I get
some
like
swag that
like
is
pine
Poorhouse
glasses
on.
or
That's
something.
Poorhouse?
Poorhouse on the back.
Really?
Yeah, all the seed. There's the seed shirts have
You're
Poorhouse
right.
on the back.
You're right. You're right. I
And
was
they do
thinking-
have the little shot glasses with
But
the
it's just
seed.
a seed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But that alludes to the bar.
That's right.
And an ounce of jizz.
We will email our contacts at City for that.
I didn't say that.
That's awesome. Now, we did get a couple questions sent in,
Yes.
Oh,
and
great.
people wanted to know,
That's nice.
who would you like to have as a guest star on the show?
Oh wow. Well,
Like
we've
if you
had
could have
Tom
anybody.
Green.
Yes,
we
you did.
we
That's-
did,
yeah.
and he's always welcome back.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we will
yeah,
take
yeah,
him in
yeah.
a second. He's awesome.
So funny.
Who would you?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Sue and I are a given.
Yeah.
We're there.
That's us a
Odd
sign.
V.
You know who I want to go after?
Yeah, do it.
I would love to go after Nathan Fillion.
Right?
I would. I mean,
Captain.
I went to university with Nathan.
Get out of town.
Yeah,
Of course,
well-
Edmonton, right?
Write to him.
I will. Well, yeah, and I stayed with him a couple of times in LA, but he'll
be here in August for Fan Expo.
He is?
Yes, he is.
He is amazing, and we did like a George F. Walker play together.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Right on.
Zastrozzi.
I love that
Yeah,
place.
yeah. He was
I did that in
Zastrozzi.
high school.
Yeah, and you were Kat. No, sorry,
I
Kat.
don't remember.
Sorry, who's the vixen?
The kind of, no, I was like the girl who...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Oh, really?
And so I was Victor. I was the priesty.
Okay.
But she got, and I think those two guys get together. I don't think they do. Anyway, Nathan, of course, from Firefly and
Castle.
So many
Yeah.
well, let's
Right
talk
now,
about it.
yeah.
But he would be awesome, and I think, I don't know if he would do it, but I think he'd be a great foil for Harry. For an
I think so too.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go back to his two guys in a pizza place.
Or
dude.
Jonathan too. I mean, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
he if, my wife would crush out on a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I don't know. Geez, I mean, there's so many people. Like, I would love for Jessica Paré to come on.
Yes.
She's so great, and that would be a cool, a date for Harry. But I don't know. For Irene, I feel like I would love. I would love to see Irene on a date with a really hot guy.
Yes.
Actually, the whole idea of seeing
I can't
Irene on
imagine.
a date would be pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
think so
Yeah.
too. So I was
Yeah.
wondering, like, if there would ever be, I guess, Rose got to date someone for an episode, so I don't know, a guest star date. Who do I?
Okay, while you're
And it'd
thinking
have
of
to be
that,
somebody that she loses her shit over too, like somebody that makes her all like
Exactly.
giddy and goofy and
also
completely
girly.
in
and
control.
hairy and, like,
Yeah.
I can't handle it either.
So like a model-y kind of guy.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be model-y. it
No,
just
I
has
don't
to
think
be
so.
like-
It's gonna just be really funny and smart.
I'm keep thinking of the guy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
thinking before I get into any trouble, Naomi Sneakus.
Ah,
She
she
would
would
be
be
great.
amazing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the storyline would be, but gosh, that would be fun to do something with her.
Yeah, I feel like she could be like, another therapist or,
Yes.
well, there's lots of things she could be.
Yeah.
That's, she could be your
She-
sister.
My sister? Yeah, sure. I just thought a storyline might be that Jonathan finds out he's adopted to tie in with all of this dysfunctional
interesting.
family
That's a
or
great
non-traditional
idea.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that not only is he adopted, but he discovers his Semitic roots. So he finds out he's Jewish, and and then he spends the whole time sort of like
Discovering.
what that means to him.
Yeah,
He has a bar mitzvah,
Yeah, that's funny.
and then
Is
it's
it brisk?
time. He has a
Adult
brisk.
brisk.
Is it brisk?
Yeah.
Like he has an iced tea. Falls into a pool on a hot day.
Backwards.
That would be good.
Yeah. And that is how you become Jewish, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mazel tov.
And we had a reverse on that question as well.
Yes.
What show currently airing would you like to be on?
Oh, mine's so
Currently,
easy.
Go.
Girls.
Oh,
And
wow.
Haven.
And Haven. Yeah, but I love Girls.
Really?
So much.
This current season?
I love the first season. I love the second season. I also love New Girl and I love the Mindy Project. Those are kind of my three
don't know.
shows right now. Ugh, they're so good.
I'm sorry.
That's the new.
I
Sex
know
and the
girls.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people say that, but it's so not. I just think it's just the most honest show about being a girl in your 20s.
The Mindy Project?
Oh, no.
No, with the girls.
Yeah.
But what's the. Yes, but I. agree.
Mindy Project's about this. She plays a gynecologist. She's the girl from The Office. And,
yes. Oh my god.
The Sex and
Very
the City
good.
one is the
So good.
Carrie Diaries. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
was thinking, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, mini project. Yes.
Minnie Kaling.
Oh, she's
the writer.
adorable.
She's
Yeah.
hilarious. And
Yeah.
she created the show, and it's so it's great. I
Okay.
enjoy it.
All of those you should be on.
I should be on
Totally.
sure.
But you're having simulated sex if you're in girls. So you're okay with that? Yeah, you're okay with that.
There you are.
I'm an open girl.
I would say Orphan Black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Season 2?
Hell yeah.
Please, I would please.
Yeah.
Could I be on that?
You could totally
We'd
be
be
like,
great on that.
you could be like a cop or something. You could totally
Yeah.
rock a cop. Yeah.
Coroner.
Corner.
Something bigger.
Yeah, maybe something bigger.
Yeah.
Like a good recurring.
And I
Like a
love
villain.
everybody on that show, and they're such a great
Yeah.
group of people.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All the Tatianas seem very nice.
yeah, they all seem great. Well, some of them seem a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be it.
Yeah, that would be a wicked show.
God, I mean, I would love to be on. If we're just spitballing,
Yeah.
could I be on Modern Family?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Done.
That's a great
Do
show
that.
too.
I'll do that.
That's awesome. Now, is there something you're most looking forward to about getting back into character?
I mean, I'm personally, I'm excited to work. Be excited to, we have a really, I feel like we say this in a lot of interviews, but we have a really amazing cast and crew and creators, and
Yeah.
so it is such a joy to go to work. So I even feel like just being there, and it's great. I'm excited for the whole thing, to be
Wicked.
honest. There's no
I totally, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Like being there, and the fact that we shoot in Halifax, which is not our home, kind of makes it even more special in a way because we're sequestered, we're alone together.
Yeah.
And it can't help but make it feel like a family for the moments we are there together. And I know we're passing back and forth. But it wouldn't feel the same way if we shot here, even though it would be, our lives
Oh, yeah.
would be much easier on everybody. But there was something about Halifax and the people there and the crew that makes it feel really fun. And when it stops, even though it's really hard work, you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're so lucky to get another shot.
I can't wait for it. Now, do you guys have a favorite moment on or off screen for Seed?
That's a good question.
So
That's a good
fun.
question.
Lots of great moments.
We've heard some funny stories.
Oh yeah, from the
Oh, yeah.
the ladies.
Yeah. We heard about Amanda's encounter with a champagne bottle. And,
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Oh, there was one night.
Yeah, it wasn't even from the ladies, it was like Corson
Yeah.
telling us stuff.
Corson's
they had to,
Appreciate Wood story.
His what?
His Appreciate Wood story.
Okay.
Which you told your daughter.
Yes. Well, there was one night. It's not the greatest, but there was one night where I knew I had to get up at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock to start shooting the next
Oh,
morning.
I know this story.
And I was
Yeah.
exhausted, and I had been writing a play all year at the same time.
Wow.
And going back and forth to do my theater company stuff. So putting equity contracts together, writing a play. It's a musical, so talking with the music director, and getting off book and getting into the scenes. And I went to bed too late. I went to bed like at 2 in the morning. I was like, okay, let me get 3 hours of sleep. And I hear this banging on my wall, and I'm like, man. It's, you live in a hotel for most of the time, and it's the
Who are
Cambridge.
these jerks?
Yeah, who are these jerks?
Are
It's the
these
first
jerks?
instant thing
Yeah.
you think of. And it's like, okay, I have to say something, and I'm not going to be a jerk about it, but I am going to say something
Of course.
before I call the front desk,
Of course.
which inevitably I might have to do.
Yeah.
And so I knock on the door, and it's all of the cast that is not because we kept changing rooms as we go back home.
Total
and
jerks.
just
So loud.
partying
Yeah.
and laughing and like didn't even like recognize know that I'm there because I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Just to like, here, have some wine, and I'm like, it was just a total if you can't beat 'em, join 'em moment. It's like, all right, fine.
You
And
win.
just we're just I'm staying up all night
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm glad I did that because just agonizing over like a couple of hours as opposed to like that moment that I had with you guys.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fine. And then you could sleep when you're finished.
dead.
Yes.
Sleep when you're dead.
That's positive.
Yeah. So
That's
as a
positive.
coroner, I think you're right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I've lots of great moments. It was really, I don't know. I loved doing a scene. I got to act with Laura once, and I think, and it was a cool, juicy scene too, where, because Irene does really like quick quips all the time,
Yeah.
so it's fun when I get to actually do scene work and like really get into it, get a meaty scene. So I think I thoroughly enjoyed that, and it wasn't a three-hander because most of the time it's like me, Rose, and Harry, and it's we're moving a lot, and this was just like me and Laura. It got cut. For the
it was
real
a
thing.
good scene. It was about like she thought you and Jonathan were
having an affair, and so I'm trying to tell her that we're not having an affair, and she has these really funny moments. Anyways, it got cut, but that was a really fun time. And then off screen, I think there's this time Ron Murphy, one of our directors, took Amanda and I and our makeup artist Mallory to this crazy house party. Like Ron Murphy is really awesome and crazy, and it was like total Haligonian night, Oh, and there's also a really fun night 'cause a couple of my friends work on Fitz, and so I went out with all of them, and it was insane. That's
a crazy crew.
That was a crazy night. Yeah.
And This Hour's 22 Minutes shoots out there too.
Yeah, I don't have any friends on that show.
And so there's always a lot, and our crew knows a lot of those people.
Right, right.
It's a small
community.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot more to do.
I do too. Oh yeah.
You were really good.
Yeah.
You were very good.
Yeah.
Working on our things.
Yeah.
And not really getting mixed up in that scene. But I would like to get more.
Oh yeah, we went out a crazy night too.
Oh, that night where I was the muscle that
I know, Matt was like Amanda and I. It was because Halifax is intense.
It can be
on a
intense.
Saturday night,
It's
it can
another
be.
world.
Same. It's like that. If you go to club,
Right.
In
You
Toronto,
were-
it's.
You were a muscle. Good job.
Right.
I was concerned, but also dancing, which is also weird for me. And there was a crew member that was there with us that kind of picked a fight. And things got heated, and they didn't need to be heated. But it was really fun to find a place because we got kicked out of one place.
Yeah.
And then we just searched around for anywhere else to go, and we ended probably where we deserved what we got.
Yeah, we did deserve what we got. I mean, even when we were going into the entrance, there were bars. like the ticket girl to like pay your cover fee or whatever to get in.
God.
It's behind total like bars and like glass proof. So we got.
They give you a bottle to throw at her.
Yeah.
They give you something to throw at the chicken wing.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
it's a good
awesome.
bar. Yeah, we'll go back.
Good times.
Hell yeah. There'll be a whole Twitter feed and Tumblr post about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
probably read about it on page 17
Nice.
of the Hamilton Spectator.
Yeah.
Why would the Hamilton Spectator cover that?
I'm not quite sure. That is awesome. Vanessa, Matt,
Ugh.
thank you both for finding the time
Thank
to come in.
you.
This was so much fun.
Thanks.
I mean, we love the association we've had so far with Seed, and just getting to chat with everybody and get to know you guys off screen is
Please
just been
come.
fantastic. Yeah, well,
We want to.
We do.
Yeah.
You do? Oh, can we
We
make
really
that
do.
happen?
Yeah.
Stay over at my place.
done. We're getting
Alright.
Nathan there, and we'll all hang out together. We'll go drinking.
Good.
Awesome. Oh, I thought if
Carrie will be there.
Yeah, who's your guy?
Eric Balfour.
Estrada.
Oh, excellent. Estrada.
Yeah. He would be great as an Irene
He totally would.
Yeah, I
guest
see.
I
star.
agree.
Yeah.
We totally tweet that at him. Let's make that happen. Because I could totally see Irene kind of losing her shit over that.
Yeah, because he's got to be.
I'm
he's
gay
gotta be
and I would
something
lose my shit over that.
special about him, you know? Yeah, because she doesn't get phased easily.
Irene
No.
would be in Haven.
Ba-dum-bum.
You know what? Making this face right now. I feel really good about myself.
That was, yeah, that's fantastic. But yeah, both of you, thank you very much.
No, my
Thank
was
you.
so much
Thank you
fun.
for having
You guys are
us.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, season 2 will be there. We'll be watching everything. And yeah, so Sue,
Tim?
get another episode. Bonnie, thank you very much as always. Wave to the camera like a
Yeah,
good
busy.
So for
Working.
Smithy TV and Mind Reels, thank you and good night.